Glorious things are said of you, O city of God. Glorious things are said of you, O city of God. And of Zion they shall say, shall, and of Zion they shall say, one and all were born in her, and he who has established her is the Most High Lord.
Started.
Me, me, me. Good morning. How are you? Hey, do you have the programs out there? Okay. I want to put some in the basket for the others. Yeah, that'd be good too. Thank you. Do you want me, Ryan, do you want me, I mean, I've got a little thing for the kids, but do you want me to put it in here instead?
That's up to you. I don't know if we need, maybe just keep it separate.
Okay.
Or simplicity.
I'm going to put this here. Yeah, I'll get this out of the way.
The introduction you sent me. What was that for again?
Is it this?
No, you sent me a little blurb, remember?
Oh, it was.
For me turnouts, right?
Yes, about going over to downtown.
Thank
Yeah, so Frankie does his introduction, and then then you go next. So why don't you go ahead and get up on that? You can just read directly from there, if that's okay. I mean, unless you want to put your paper in here. Is that okay? So you want to stand up on that? Yes, we're going to use this to get up there. Here, let me do this for you. Yeah.
Do I
Yeah, adjust the microphone for yourself.
do I say this?
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you not do it loud? Actually, I tell you what, why don't you do it loud at first, just so I can make sure we've got the microphone, and then we'll.
Okay. Staff Sergeant Louis W. Hannikin, World War I and II. Louis Hanneken was born on March 25, 1913 to Ben and Caroline Hanneken. He lived on a farm near Robertsville, Missouri, and was one of 9 children. He and his family were active members of St. Mary of Perpetual Help Parish in Franklin County.
We'll stop right there. And here's Carolyn. And so when
That's
you're finished, you'll step, Eliza, she'll step down here, and then we'll walk out this way. Okay, so Franny goes first, and then he moves off, and then Franny, you go. If he doesn't turn, you just turn around, okay? And then you step off. You're gonna step on. Yeah. If you want to just practice with just for a few minutes, just with the band.
Constance Healy, Lieutenant, Junior Grade, U.S. Navy, Marine One. Constance was born on July 3rd, 1918, to George and Clara of 309 Healy Avenue. The Healy family shared a long history with Kirkwood, going back to our town's first days. Her great-grandfather Theodore established the Healy Grocery Company at the southeast corner of Kirkwood Road in Madison. Constance was the second of 4 children, which included her older sister Maureen and her younger siblings, Shirley and George Jr. By 1930, the family was living at 239 Way Avenue. Her dad was a lawyer and politician that served for many years as a Missouri state representative. Constance and her family were lifelong members of St. Peter Parish.
And we'll stop right there. And then you'll step on. Remember to use this so you don't fall. I don't want you to
The pre-final.
part of a part of the Faith in Action program at St. Peter Elementary, the fourth grade students plan activities throughout the year to honor and support our veterans and military members.
First. Yeah. And I have you say, good. Good. Okay. Okay. Why don't you try that again and start with the good morning?
Good morning. As part of Faith,
Good morning, and then we're going to pause. Okay.
Good morning. As part of the Faith in Action program at St. Peter's Elementary, the fourth grade students plan activities throughout the year to honor and support our veterans and military members.
And you'll keep on going. When you're
Yeah.
finished, you're going to use this to get down. And then we're going to step down.
Staff Sergeant Louis W. Hannikin, World War II. Louis Hannikin was born on March 25, 1913, to Ben and Caroline Hannikin. He lived on a farm near Robbinsville, Missouri, and was one of 9 children. He and his family were active members of St. Mary's of Perpetual Help Parish in Franklin County. Lewis worked as an automobile mechanic in Kirkwood before joining the Army in April of 1942. He married Louise Kissing on December 10, 1942, and they lived at 319 West Woodbine. On March 23, 1944, Lewis set sail for England with the 3rd Army, 357th Regiment, 90th Division, where they would prepare Death Day on June 8, 1944. He landed on Utah Beach in Normandy during the Allied invasion of France. He was wounded a few days later and received a Purple Heart for bravery shown in battle. On January 7, 1945, Lewis wrote a letter to his wife telling her he was the only surviving member in his original company. Constance Hickey, Lieutenant Junior Grade U.S. Navy, Korean War. Constance was born on July 3, 1918, to George and Clara of 309 Hickey Avenue. The Hickey family shared a long history with Kirkwood, going back to her town's first days. Her great-grandfather Theodore established the Hickey Grocery Company at southeast corner of Kirkwood Road in Madison. Constance was the second of 4 children, which included her older sister Maureen and younger siblings, Shirley and George Jr. By 1930, the family was living at 239 Way Avenue. Her dad was a lawyer and politician that served for many years as a Missouri state representative. Constance and her family were lifelong members of St. Peter Parish.
Good morning. As part of the Faith in Action program at St. Peter's Elementary, the fourth grade students planned activities throughout the year to honor and support our veterans and military members. We began the year with our guest speaker who shared the story of the sinking of the USS Indianapolis. Of the nearly 1,200 men aboard, about 900 survived the sinking, only to spend 4 days stranded in shark-infested waters with very few supplies. Due to communication failures, the ship was not reported missing, and rescue did not arrive until survivors were accidentally spotted by a passing aircraft. By then, only 316 men remained alive. Hearing this story helped us better understand the courage and the sacrifice of those who served our country. Throughout the year, each fourth grader also received a bookmark featuring a veteran from the Kirkwood War Memorial. The bookmarks included photographs and biographies of local veterans. We learned about the lives of these men and women and prayed for them, their families, and all who served in the military. In October, we walked to the St. Peter's Cemetery to visit the graves of local veterans, including my great-grandfather, Anthony DeVasto. At each grave, we read about the veteran's life and placed a penny on a headstone as a sign of respect and remembrance. A coin left on a headstone lets the soldier's family know that someone stopped to honor their service. For Veterans Day, the fourth grade planned a special mass to honor family members and friends who have served in the military. The celebration concluded with an honor walk where veterans walked through a crowd of students waving flags to show their gratitude and support. In April, the fourth graders visited the Missouri Veterans Home to play bingo with the residents. As a class, we completed extra chores to raise money for prizes. While playing bingo, the students also had an opportunity to talk with the veterans about their military service and personal lives. Although the veterans enjoyed spending time with the students, our students were equally blessed by the meaningful conversations. We are forever grateful for the courage, sacrifice, and dedication of all the veterans. Our country is a better place because of your service and commitment. Please know that you are not forgotten. God bless our veterans and God bless America.
As a part of the faith Staff Sergeant Louis W. Hannikin, World War II. Louis Hannikin was born on March 25, 1913 to Ben and Caroline Hannikin. He lived on a farm near Robertsville, Missouri, and was one of 9 children. He and his family were active members of St. Mary of Perpetual Help Parish in Franklin County. Louis worked as an automobile mechanic in Kirkwood before joining the Army in April of 1942. He married Louise Kissing on December 10, 1942. And they lived at 319 West Woodbine. On March 23, 1944, Louis set sail for England with the 3rd Army, 357th Regiment, 90th Division, where they would prepare Death Day. On June 8, 1944, he landed on Utah Beach in Normandy during the Allied invasion of France. He was wounded a few days later and received a Purple Heart for bravery shown in battle. On January 7, 1945, Louis wrote a letter to his wife telling her that he was the only surviving member in his original company. 9 days later, he was fighting during the Battle of the Blurge in Luxembourg and would lose his own life. A mass was celebrated in honor of Staff Sergeant Hannikin at St. Peter's in Kirkwood shortly after his death. But his body did not return to the United States until 1948. He is buried alongside his family at St. Mary's Cemetery in Franklin County. In remembrance of his life, St. Louis Hannikin's family used his military death benefit to build an outdoor altar and the Mass for All Souls Day is celebrated there each year. Constance Hege, Lieutenant Junior Grade U.S. Navy, Korean War. Constance was born on July 3, 1918 to George and Clara of 309 Hege Avenue. The Hege family shared a long history with Kirkwood, going back to our town's first days. Her great-grandfather Theodore established the Hege Grocery Company at the southeast corner of Kirkwood Road in Madison. Constance was the second of 4 children, which included her older sister Maureen and younger siblings, Shirley and George Jr. By 1930, the family was living at 239 Way Avenue. Her dad was a lawyer and politician that served for many years as a Missouri state representative. Constance and her family were lifelong members of St. Peter Parish. Constance graduated from St. Louis University School of Nursing and taught school for 2 years before joining the Cadet Training Corps at St. Mary's Hospital. She was a staff nurse and clinical instructor at St. Louis University before taking her oath with the Navy on December 3, 1948. She was stationed at naval hospitals in California before receiving orders in September of 1950 to serve in Japan. It was there she would provide aid to U.S. troops wounded in Korea. Constance departed from Hawaii with 25 other members of the Navy on September 19, 1950. The C-54 Skymaster plane had 3 scheduled stops on the way to Tokyo. The second stop was in the Marshall Islands, and the flight arrived without issue. After routine servicing and refueling, the plane made a nighttime departure for Guam. Shortly after takeoff and about 5 miles out, the plane plunged into the Pacific and exploded on impact. The craft burned for several minutes before sinking into deep water. There would be no survivors. Nearly all on board would be lost to the sea, including Constance. Among the dead were 11 Navy nursing officers. The accident marks the largest reported loss of military nurses in history and was one of the greatest tragedies to ever befall the Navy Medical Department. Although her remains were not recovered, a memorial marker in honor of Constance can be found at Oak Hill Cemetery near members of her family. She was awarded the National Defense Service Medal for her dedication to others and sacrifice for our country.
Thank you for joining us at today's Mass. Note that today at 10 a.m. in downtown Kirkwood, north of the Kirkwood City Hall, there is a Memorial Day ceremony. St. Peter's School 4th graders are also sharing presentations. The ceremony should last about 1 hour. We also will have anyone who wants to join the Little Flowers of St. Peter in placing flowers and/or flags on the gravestones of those who have passed in war at St. Peter's Cemetery. We will be walking to the cemetery right after Mass. All the music for today's Mass is found in the program. Please stand for our opening hymn, Mine Eyes Have Seen the Glory.